Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy 1D back with another prop Paladin video. Today we're going to be going over phase 1 BIS, what you're going to want at the end of phase 1 when you're done with Gruels, you're done with Mag, you're finished with Karazhan. When the time comes when you're just parsing, this is what you're going to want for your full set. I know some people might want to switch out some pieces. Not everything is set in stone. You know, I like these pieces more than others. There's also PvP pieces that are better than others, but this is just what I'm going to go with. I don't really PvP right now, so this is everything that's outside of PvP that you're not going to really see, mostly in raids, mostly in heroics, but this is my set for my phase 1 prop Paladin. Alright, jumping into it, we're going to go Justicar Face Guard. This one you get from Karazhan, from Prince Malchezaar. You know, this is that big boss you want to pump against. It's a really good helmet. The whole set, you're gonna go 5 out of 5 Justicar in the phase 1. It gives you great bonuses. You know, even when you get to 5 out of 5, you get increased defense rating by 29. This one gives you dodge rating 24, increased damage and healing done with magical spells and effects up to 27, which is also very well. And then on this one, for the helmet, I'm gonna go with a 22 spell damage, 14 spell hit rating enchant. Also with the 14 spell damage, then 14 spell damage plus 2 intellect gems. These ones aren't going to give you the socket bonus, but having that extra spell damage is really good for you, because the more you hit, the more threat you generate, the better you are with tanking. Alright, moving into the next piece is the Barbed Choker of Discipline. This one, also a great one. It is from Karazhan, Maiden of Virtue. Very easy boss. You know, if you just have some pumpers, if everybody knows the mechanics of the fight, it's very quick, very simple. This one gives you 39 stam, better for your health, increases your dodge rating by 21, increases your defensive rating by 16. Again, just like my pre-biz guide, this one is going to be purely, you know, get your defensive rating up. You're still going to want that 490, but this one also is very good for spell damage. This one's going to give you really good spell damage overall. Moving to the shoulders, we're going to go Justicar Shoulder Guards. Again, amazing shoulders. They give you defensive rating, block rating, your spell damage is going up. This one even gives you block value of your shield by 27. So again, this one's very good. I'm going to go with the enchant. This is the Scryer's enchant. This is the one where you have to be exalted with the Scryers. It's 15 defensive rating and 10 dodge rating. And then we're going to be with a 18 stamina gem plus the 6 spell damage, 6 stam. This one, again, you're not going to get the socket bonus, but these ones are just great to have on your shoulder piece. They're great for parsing. Moving on, we're going to go for the Gilded Thorium Cloak. This one drops from Karazhan, from Terrestrian Ilhoof. Hopefully I said that correct. This one gives you 385 armor, 30 stam. I'm going to put a 12 agility enchant on it, and it also increases your defensive rating by 24. Again, this one is very good. You know, there might be some pieces that you can pick up earlier that switch out for this one, just so you can have it until you get to this one. But this one I would say is probably pre-bis, or not even pre-bis. This one is bis for phase 1. Alright, and for the chest guard, we're going to go Justicar And for the chest piece, we're going to go Justicar Chest Guard. That's a little tongue twister. This one, I'm going to go with 150 health enchant on it. This one is from Magtheridon's Lair. This drops right off of Mag. It has a 60% drop rate. You know, these are just your phase pieces. These are your tier pieces. So these ones, you know, more likely to be dropped, more likely to be seen. This one increases defensive rating, block rating, magical spells, everything. This one just helps push forward. And then for the slots, for the gem sockets, we're going to go 6 spell damage and 6 stam, a 15 stam, and a 9 spell damage. So again, every gem you put on your items, you're going to want the spell damage, you're going to want stamina, you're just going to want stuff that holds your threat, that helps you pull more threat when you're out to fight. If you're being full phase 1 geared out and you're being ready to parse and you just have all this and you can help hold all that threat, people can parse 99s every fight. Alright, moving on to the wrist. These are the Bracers of Dignity. These drop from Architraz, from Harbinger, Skyrus. They have a 25% drop rate, you know, but these ones are just from Heroic. These ones, they give you 30 stam, 12 intellect. You're going to put the 15 spell damage on it, just to, again, to get that extra spell damage. You're going to get your defensive rating up by 21, 19 to spells and damage. You know, this is a really good one. Again, these are from heroics, so before you even get in a raid, you can get these. And for the main hander, we all know the prop Paladin's best main hand is the Blood Maul Magus Blade. This one drops off a Gruel. Again, you will have to probably roll against people unless you are the main tank. You are getting that gear. They've already told you you're getting it. Usually you want to gear your tanks and healers, you know, at the beginning you want everybody to be able to push. And then this one I'm going to go with a 40 spell damage. Again, if you're blood elf as myself, I went enchanting just because it's very good for me and I can make easy money. And if I can get the 40 spell damage, it's just a world drop, so I can easily obtain it. And then this one also gives you a spell crit rating by 25, also increases your damage and healing by up to 203, which is insane. This is a very good sword. This sword is, once you get it, you're never going to want to get anything else. And for the shield, we're going with the Aladori Legacy Defender. This one, again, from Gruul's Lair, drops right off of Gruul himself. This one has a higher drop chance than the sword, but again, it's amazing. Gives you defensive rating, hit rating. You're going to put the 18 stamina enchant on the shield with a +9 spell damage gem socket on that shield. Again, everything is going to be gems with spell damage or stamina, because everything's going to give you stamina. Most of your gear is giving you spell damage, and again, this is just an all-around great set. All right, moving forward, we got the Justicar handguards. Again, these ones are amazing. They drop from Karazhan. These are from the Curator, so you know that DPS check when you're in Karazhan right there. It's pretty easy boss if you know the mechanics, but again, great set. This gives you 34 stamina, 24 intellect. I'm going to put the +20 spell damage on it, enchant. This one, again, defensive rating. It gives you damage and healing for magical spells, increases your block value, your shield by 35. So that block value is actually pretty good. Gives you more chance to be able to protect yourself when you're fighting against bigger bosses and just raiding in general. For the belt, we're going to go with the Girdle of Valorous Deeds. This one does drop from Black Morass. This has a 25% chance of dropping. So again, this is a heroic dungeon. All of these are either heroic or a raid. So this is from the heroics. This one gives you defensive rating 24, block rating 16, increases your damage and healing done by magical spells and effects by up to 20. On top of that, it gives you the 37 stam, 22 intellect. This is a great belt. Again, like I said, there's other belts that you could probably go for prior to getting this one if you can't get it, but you know, this is the one you kind of want to shoot for. And for the leggings, we're going to do the Justicar leggings. So this will give us the 5 out of 5 for the Justicar set. This is our tier set. This is what we want. This one, I'm going to go with an enchant for a +35 spell damage and a +20 stamina. This one also gives you your defensive rating, parry rating, and also damage and healing done by magical spells. Now let's get into the tier set. So the tier set, you know, when you have, I'm pretty sure it's 2 set, you get increased damage dealt with your Seal of Righteousness, Vengeance, and Blood by 10%. And then when you have full set, it increases damage dealt by your Holy Shield by 15%. Again, Holy Shield, you're going to want up 24/7 while you're raiding. You're going to want it up every pole, because that's just, every time they hit you, you know, they're getting more aggro from you. So they're just generating more and more threat. So again, this 5 out of 5 set is probably one of my favorites. It looks the cleanest to me personally, besides the next phase. But this one, I love it. This is really what you want to go for. Some tier pieces aren't as good for other classes, but the tier set for Paladin tanking is unstoppable. All right, going on to our feet, we're going to get Boots of the Righteous Path. This one is from Shattered Halls. It drops from Warchief Kargath. It has a 25% drop rate. This one, again, amazing. We're going to go with a +12 stamina on the enchant. Again, it gives you increased defensive, increased damage and healing. And like all these pieces have, they have defense, they have spell damage, they have everything you want when you're Paladin. You want to just build it up continuously throughout each phase, just so you can pump harder and pump better. All right, in our first ring, we have the Violet Singlet. This one you just get from your rep. This one you get from your quest outside of Karazhan. This one gives you 371 armor plus a 36 stam, and I'm gonna go with a 12 spell damage on both of my rings. So +12 spell damage on this one. This increases your defense rating by 18, and then it just, you know, it builds upon it. For our other ring, we have the Violet Signet of the Great Protector. This one, 392 armor, 37 stam, +12 spell damage as well. Increases defense rating by 19. So both these rings already have a bunch of stam, a bunch of spell damage, and also both increase your defensive rating. All right, for our first trinket, we're gonna go with the Eye of Magtheridon. This one should be pretty easy to obtain if you're the main tank. This increases your damage and healing done by magical spells of 54. Also grants 170 increased spell damage for 10 seconds when one of your spells is resisted. So this one, if the boss is resisting, you know, this one's just gonna boost you as much as it can. Gonna give you that extra push forward when you need that threat. Maybe you shouldn't have a problem with threat generation when you're building this, but this one is a great pickup. All right, for our next trinket, we have the icon of the silver crescent. This one is actually obtained with 41 badges of justice. So just doing your heroics, just pushing through. This build, there's only 2 items that you need with heroics, so you don't need to push it as much, but you know, it is good to have that rep. It is good just to get those. This one, it gives you increased spell damage and healing done up to 43, and also increases damage and healing done by effects for 155 for 20 seconds. Yeah, for 20 seconds on usage. So when you use it, you get that increase. When push again, you get that increased spell damage. So if they're popping cooldowns, everybody in the raid's popping cooldowns, and you pop your cooldowns, you should have no problem holding threat, building it even more, and everyone just parsing very. All right, and for your Libram, we're going with the Libram of Repentance. Again, this is the other one that you need with badges of justice. You only need 15 badges of justice for this one. This one increases your block rating by 42 while Holy Shield's active. So again, another really good thing for Holy Shield. Increases your block. You know, your shield's gonna get hit more. That means the boss is gonna take more damage from you, and then overall increase your threat. All right, so that is the build for my phase 1 BIS items. This one is gonna give you spell damage of 724 total. Your armor is gonna be at 16,000. You're gonna have defensive rating of 496, so that's still over what you need for a total of 490 for Karazhan for phase 1. You know, you will need a little bit more going into phase 2, but again, these are just great items. These are great pickups. I think this whole set is amazing. If you guys do like the set, I will have it linked in the description below. But again, if you guys like the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll keep pushing out Paladin content for you guys. But I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.